My name is Ashley. I turned 28 today in just a few hours, and I'm sharing 28 things that I learned before turning 28. The first one I have for all of you today is put your phone down when you are spending time with your friends and family. Truly cherish that time. Live in the moment. You don't need to be on your phone 24/7 when you are hanging out with friends and family. I can be bad about it sometimes too. You're sitting in a restaurant, you're out doing something, you're in the car, and you sit there and you start doom scrolling. Put the phone down, have a conversation. You won't get to do it forever. The internet and phones probably are forever, but friends and family you have limited amount of time with, so spend that time with them. The next one is the more you do something, the better you'll become at it. And this seems really obvious when I say it out loud. And there's actually a quote that goes something along the lines of, a baby can't put a roof on a house. And while that is very obvious, the sentiment is it takes time and patience, and you have to do something over and over and over again to feel like you are good at it or like you are becoming an expert in how to do something. So if you are learning something new or you have a passion and you feel like you are not good at it, make sure you are giving yourself the time to learn how to do that skill and practice that skill so that way you can become better at it, and it might not happen right away. The next one is don't compare yourself to others, and remember that you are not competing with them, especially your friends and your family. It can be really easy to compare other people's successes to your own, to what kind of jobs people have, trips they get to go on, how much money they have or they get to flash, things like that. Try really hard not to compare yourself to others. One, you are not competing with them, and two, you don't know what your circumstances are. There are tons of people that I see on Facebook that are, flashing money, or they're going on all these trips, buying new clothes every season, things like really expensive clothes, right? But then they're also reaching out and saying, hey, I have a ton of credit card debt. How can I get my stuff paid off, right? So you don't always know what people's circumstances are. Don't compare yourself to others. This next one I think is really important for people who use social media. It does not matter how many followers you have. Even if you, say, have 20 followers and you're like, oh my gosh, I really wish I had more. There are people out there with millions of followers and I'm really envious of them. How do I get more? I understand, especially if you have your own business and you want that growth, things like that, fine. But if you are just sharing your life with others, if you had 20 people, friends and family, who are really close to you and encouraging you to do things and better yourself, that's a lot of people. 20 is a great number. So even if you only have 20 followers, remember that. Keep that in mind, that 20 is not a bad number. It could be 100, it could be 200, whatever that means for you. Having that amount of people who are encouraging you to do better or want you to do well is phenomenal. It does not have to be 5 million followers. And especially, there are a lot of people who buy followers. Keep that in mind too. You don't know how many people have real followers versus those who don't. The last one I have is make time for those that you love and care about, and make sure you also tell them and show them that you love and care about it. There are a ton of different love languages, right? But it could be just spending time together, saying, hey, why don't we go do this walk or this small event together? Maybe it's buying someone flowers, right? It could be anything. Even just telling someone, hey, I really appreciate our time together. I love spending time with you. A little can go a long way, and it really shows people that you love and that you care about them, right? And we want people to know that.